clear view about a mile ahead of me, and I saw someone ran out, like coming out of the woods. But they wasn't coming out of the woods. They were coming out one of the little side dirt roads. There was a 2-lane highway. And when the person came out of the dirt road, came out of that road, they ran straight across the road to the other side. Then there was a car about a second later, came zooming after them to the other side of the road. I noticed it was a young lady doing the running. And she came up to my truck. She came in front of the truck. Then it was like the guy was trying to run up, sandwich her between my truck and his car. So then she came up to my truck and said, "Please help me. He's trying to kidnap me." At that time, I didn't notice she had on handcuffs. I was looking at him because the guy looked very angry. When he pulled up to me, he said, I'm with law enforcement. He showed me a badge like sideways. And he said, "I'm with law enforcement." And she jumped out of my car. By that time, she was scared, I guess, because he was that close to me and her. Another car was coming in the preceding traffic, oncoming traffic. And so she ran up that way, which was Mr. Quarterbaum. Mr. Quarterbaum was now on the phone with 911. So she was trying to get, that's when I noticed she was handcuffed. She had a hand to the side trying to open his door. So I pulled up to Mr. Quarterbaum, and he was on the phone talking to 911, and he asked me kind of like, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know. I'm about to walk to because he was pulled to the passenger side of my truck on the grass." I said, "I'm about to walk around there and see what's going on." So when I got out of the truck to go around there to see what was going on, I walked to his car. His windows was tinted dark. So he wouldn't let the window down. He stormed off. A few feet up, about maybe 10 yards in front of us, there was that road that he came out of. He backed down that road. Then me and the young lady now standing in the middle of the road because we got traffic stopped both ways. Now traffic is starting to come. And so I asked her, I said, "What happened?" She said, "I was walking and he came up behind me and told me he was law enforcement and he needed to take me to the police station for questioning or something like that nature that she said. And he put handcuffs on me and put me in the back of his car." I said, "How did you get out?" She said, "Well, when he went in that little road there," she said, "I noticed that he was in his trunk fumbling around trying to do something, and I noticed his car, he left the car door open." She said, "And that's when I proceeded to try to get out of that back seat, make it to the front seat, and get out of that door and ran. And that's where I saw her running across that road." I said, "I'm here now. We're here. He's not going to bother you anymore." And then he stormed out of that road and went toward the town of New Ellington. So, and then one of the guys asked, "Who's driving that semi?" And I said, "That's me." He said, "You don't have a dash cam?" I said, "Oh man, I do have a dash cam in that truck." And that's when I ran back to the truck, pulled it up and kind of to the side of the road so some of the traffic can come through. And I started scrolling through my dash cam there and noticed that I caught the footage. And when the cops got there, we explained all that to them after they questioned everybody and questioned her on the details. And by evening time, 7, 8 o'clock that evening, that video was shared over 200,000 times. And I'm sure that's what led to the capturing of him. If I was 1 minute earlier, they would have been stealing that dirt road and I never would have saw him. If I was 1 minute, if I was 1 minute later, he would have caught her, probably ran her over with that car, knocked her down and put her back in the car. So it was timing. That wasn't nothing I could have timed. That had to have been God.